It was a friendly atmosphere for a meeting of lovers of music, poetry and prose with the theme Musing and Male, which accounted for the all-male cast of young writers and poets. The event kicked in with a discussion segment where the authors and poets talked about their books.
Writing is also for social awareness. So whenever I observe my world and I see the things going on, I just want to write something about the things I see.
I tell my story, I pour myself out on the page. One, maybe to sound a warning, which I think Chimeka is saying, because the most hopeful person here might actually be him, for him to be able to get angry. Now, the lack of emotion is the real cynicism when you lose that, which I'm almost close to having now. You know, but to cry out about our situation, to tell our people that but we continue like this, it's really going to get really bad. If we do not study our history, we'll repeat it. You know, but also to remember the joys, to also distill the power of a few words to say so much.
After that, it was time for the first taste as they each read excerpts from their books.
The noise that came from her throat sounded like the rasping of a sheep being slaughtered. She sucked in desperate breaths through her swollen, drool-caked mouth as she pushed. Tiredness swept over her. Her eyes were half closed. She nevertheless scrutinized everyone around. She was not listening to what they were saying. She was only staring. She saw the women standing some distance off, saw their confused faces. She watched a crowd of women looking at one another, expecting someone to take charge.
And to liven the atmosphere was a performance by a budding guitarist, S.A. Peters. This was followed by a second reading.
Further perplexed was I as I realized that you were brandishing a whip with pieces of my flesh hanging loosely on its tongues. And neither were you dancing with me. Rather, I thought you were. And neither were you in love with me. I only thought you were.
And a thought-provoking poem that took a swipe at our political system.
It's a poem about outrageous, fictitious budgets and the legislators who approve them. It's a poem about power, the interest of the people, and the politicians who confuse them.
We also took time to ask the organizer what informed the choice of writers.
We try to have like a monthly reading where we bring the author of the book to come and have like come meet with the authors and have like they all get to engage with the themes that the work addresses. You know, so you have a reading, and then we also try to bring like some other authors whose work are also similar. I mean, in terms of themes, the thematic accent of your work. So we try to bring them all together to read together, and then the members, I mean, our club members and members of the public try to engage with them on the themes, ask questions, have lively discussions, all in an atmosphere that is convivial, not only geeky, booky stuff, but we also have music thrown in as you've seen today.
And when we caught up with the one designated writer of the month, Chimeka Garrix, author of Tomorrow Died Yesterday, here is what he had to say about his book and choice of title.
The inspiration for my book is my disillusionment with with what has happened in the Niger Delta over the past few years. I'm cynical about what's been happening and the lack of development in the area, and I think things are not going to get better. So Tomorrow Died Yesterday is just saying, look, our future is non-existent. Basically, it's non-existent. Our future is, and it's a cynical view to have. I know, and I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm proved wrong. I'll be the first person to raise up my hand and say, look, if things get better tomorrow, I'll be the first person to raise up my hand and say, hey, things got better, and I'm happy for us. But I'm disillusioned now at the moment.
And does this book apply to only the Niger Delta or Nigeria as a whole?
Well, it was set in the Niger Delta, but it has other themes. It's not really about the Niger Delta. It's not only about the Niger Delta. It has themes of friendship and standing up for your principles, and he has a love story in it. You know, it's difficult for me to classify it into a genre of fiction.